This is the conspiratorial view of history, as opposed to the accidental view. And it is the conspiratorial view that we shall present in this program.
There is a conspiracy theory that a shadowy elite of international bankers are secretly controlling the governments of the world.
They say that the people that control this world could sit around one large table and have lunch.
The theory goes that these elitists plan to create an all-powerful new world order, a world government that will destroy anyone who disobeys them. It is a theory shared by militiamen and neo-Nazis, and also by an increasing number of mainstream Americans. The message spreads through underground videos and anti-New World Order talk shows.
Is there a New World Order?
There's a New World Order.
Is there a new religion coming?
A new religion's coming.
The New World Order has a certain smell about it. The smell of death.
This is the story of a family who wanted to escape from the clutches of this tyrannical elite by moving to a mountaintop in Idaho. It is also the story of how their paranoid fantasies came true.
Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself? You're gonna kill all the children to get what?
I guess I wouldn't give up what I had in my childhood for anything. Like when I was little, I would go out and I could sit and watch, you know, a wasp dig a hole in the ground for hours. And then I'd follow it and it'd go paralyze a worm or a cricket or something and it would drag it into its hole. But the media just portrayed that we were all crazy and had landmines everywhere and all we cared about was guns, I guess. But I mean, I do like guns, I still do. And I did then too, but I mean, it's not weird or crazy.
When Rachel Weaver was 2 years old, in the mid-1980s, her parents, Randy and Vicky, moved the family from Iowa City to a mountaintop in Idaho, a place that became known as Ruby Ridge. Randy and Vicky were conspiracy theorists. They believed that an evil elite of international bankers and media moguls was secretly controlling their increasingly tyrannical government. The move to the cabin was their way of opting out.
Am I hitting it at all, guys?
We wanted to kind of get out of the regular system and wanted to find a place where we could teach the kids at home, get them out of the city and out of the public school system. Like government school is what I call them. And, you know, kids in the city grow up with basketballs and bicycles, and kids in the mountains or out in the country grow up with dogs and guns. It isn't about hunting or target shooting. It's for protection against a government that can become tyrannical.
Describe the feeling of what it's like to shoot a gun.
I don't know. See, I really fell in love with this one gun. It's called a 45-70, but it has a really, it's not a hard kick, it's a like lugs you back. I don't know, I think that's what I enjoy most about that gun. The reason why I don't look at it as a big political thing is because even if I had, you know, my rifles, it's not like it's going to do me any good if the government wants to wipe me out. All I have to do is fly over in a helicopter and drop a firebomb, you know. But as far as trying to go up against the government, that's just, unless the whole country did it, I guess. But that'd be a little different.
This used to be one of my mom's favorite songs. It's that counting the flowers on the wall. That don't bother me at all, that, you know.
The Weaver family moved to the mountains because they were panicked by the underground videos they saw portraying their government as out of control and destroying the lives of simple people who wanted to live free.
When the guns are gone and your freedom lies shattered at your feet, Just when it will be far too late to save, why didn't I fight instead of sheepishly retreat?
Oh.
The family called this shadowy elite the New World Order. They thought that if they couldn't be left alone on top of a mountain in Idaho, where could they be left alone? Some of the things they believed up there might seem crazy, but they were a long way off.
Is this your land now?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been on my land for a little while. This is it. Used to be an outhouse and a woodshed and stuff like right here. Our shed that they confiscated for the evidence used to be about right where that outhouse is. And this is what's left of the house. All the way up to here, I guess, was the living room, and then we had the kitchen, and about right here is where our front door was. Sink was over here on this side. And then above the kitchen was Mom and Dad's bedroom. And then over on that side, above the right-hand part of the living room, was Sarah and I's bedroom. And then on the left was Sam's bedroom.
There was Rachel, her parents, her older sister Sarah, and their brother Sam. Later on, Vicky would give birth to a baby, Elishaba, up there.
We'd build tree forts and little huts and use old dead branches, and sometimes we'd make a little dugout and hide behind that and play war games. And I remember using some of the leaves off the bushes as play money and going to the store where there'd be like, it was really make-believe.
Tell me about the war games.
Just
kind of cowboy.
Yeah, just kind of cowboy Indian type things.
I believe in searching for, quote, the truth about politics, religion, whatever. I like just to discuss that with people.
We always sat around and talked about stuff. I mean, that was like kind of the family, pastime, because we were always together, so we always talked about stuff.
One place the Weavers went to discuss politics was Aryan Nations, a hardcore neo-Nazi compound 70 miles from the cabin. Aryan Nations holds summer camps every year, and Randy used to visit, sometimes taking the children along. Aryan Nations are very specific about who they feel is in charge of the New World Order. Who do you believe is in charge of the New World Order?
Well, it's the Antichrist Jew, same one that murdered Abel.
Do you think all Jews, or just some Jews?
All Jews. In other words, it's a blood order. DNA is proving it.
But even though quite a lot of the people in power aren't Jewish.
No, not. What you're saying is they are trying to say that they're not Jewish, but all the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergers and all the rest of them are racially Jews. We don't really care what religion they have adopted over the centuries, but as a race, they're Jews.
So
as soon as a Jew marries into a white person's, family, the offspring are Jewish. They just perform every evil on this planet. They're behind every evil thing that goes on. And they control the banking system, and that's what you're talking about, world economics, and that's by that means to control the world.
The Weaver family were never as hardcore in their beliefs as the people at Aryan Nations. Randy and Vicky were not obsessed with hating Jews. They were not white supremacists. But they liked the neo-Nazis as people, shared their hatred for the government, and enjoyed their picnic areas and summer camp activities.
What I remember is things like the candy hunts and meeting friends in the playground and sitting around a table, and if we'd meet someone new, we'd hear news stories or something, or old friends would exchange news stories, or... Oh, sorry.
The candy hunts.
I can't think what you call those. What do you call that when you find...
Treasure hunts?
Yes, treasure hunts.
I didn't feel about him ever maybe being a hardcore, I'm going to run up to the Aryan Nations and sig heil, so...
Even though they did do that once in a while?
Well, apparently. Well, I suppose you could visit. I mean, people have curiosities, but I suppose you could go to investigate and see what they were like and not be like them.
It was at Aryan Nations that the Weavers' problems began. The U.S. government had infiltrated the compound, hoping to recruit some of the less hardcore members as undercover informants. They asked Randy to become one.
Randy said, no, I don't want to do it. You know, I moved out of the city, up on top of this mountain because you guys are all rotten. I don't want to work with you. I know what you're up to. I don't want to be a part of it. Go away. So then the government, as it is today, decided you can't say no to God, our government, so now we're going to make you serve us. So they sent a infiltrator in that was a snitch for the federal government to become friends with Randy. And you know the story about asking him to saw off 2 shotguns.
First he said machine guns. I said, I can't get to no machine guns. He said, well, how about sawed-off shotguns? They're real good. I go, oh, well, no problem. That's easy.
He grabs his file and he files it. You know, he saws the barrels off, not knowing he's violating federal law.
I totally don't understand why they even came to my dad to ask him to saw off shotguns. It makes no sense to me. It just blows my mind that they didn't even care